weekly meeting.
Good morning. Good morning.
To trickle in. How you doing, Riley?
Doing well, Zora. Yourself?
Doing well. Better than I deserve. Another day in paradise, living in Hawaii. It's great. How's everyone else doing?
Doing well.
See some interesting titles in the people's name boxes in the audience. All right. So today we're going to be talking about your digital realtor tool belt. And these are going to be talking about apps that anybody can use, even right now for the folks that are not licensed yet. Things that you can use to reach out to family and friends, apps that you can become familiar with so that when it's go time and you get your license, you'll be well experienced in using those apps and reaching out to clients and generating business. Before we get started, are there any questions that anyone has about anything in general? All right. And as usual, if you could please, if you're in a safe situation, please turn your videos on. And then if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself or drop a question in the chat box, comments, whatever. And yeah, and then we'll, at the very end, I'll stick around for a few minutes if people are a little shy about asking questions in front of the big group. But all right, so we'll kick it off. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. If I could get somebody to let me know that it's visible. Can everybody see that?
Yep, we can see it.
Good.
All right, so the first app I'm going to talk about is Loom. And there's many different apps pretty much for all these things I'm going to talk about. There's lots of different options out there. I tried to focus on ones that are free and easy to use because when you're starting off in the real estate business, you don't have buku bucks to be throwing at fancy things. So it's nice to take advantage of the free options that are out there. So Loom is one of those free options. As you can see, this is from their website right here. Get Loom for free. So what is Loom? Loom is a video recording software that all the video is stored on their online database. So instead of recording a video on your phone and then sending it via text message or email, taking up a bunch of data, both on your phone and whoever you're sending it to, it's stored on that online database in the cloud. And so you just send the link, and so instantly that link is received by whoever you're sending it to, and then they can watch it in full quality instead of, I don't know if you guys realize this, but when you send a video or photo from your phone to another phone, it'll typically get downsized in quality, and like sound quality, video quality, everything. And so you might think you just sent them a really crisp, clean video of a property that you're showing for them, but on their end, they're like, I can't even tell this is a house. So that's one of the benefits of using a video recording and sending software like this. Another big thing about it is that the first few seconds, it'll show kind of like this lady's face right here is playing. The first few seconds of the video will show. So you can do like a smile or a wave or something, or the next step I'm going to talk about. You can do some kind of like something customized to the person you're sending it to get their attention, to get them to watch it. Because if it's a stranger that you just met or haven't met at all, you just got a name from somebody, name and a phone number, you want to send something to them that'll catch their attention and make them want to watch it and not think that you're just some sort of AI spam robot type thing. Any questions on Loom? All right, so on to the next application, Make It Big. So this app right here is great for customizing content for people that you're sending it to, or just if you're making just general like YouTube videos or something and you want to throw some kind of little flair in there with your phone. So if, I don't know if for you guys that were here in the very first seconds of the video, I showed you guys this. That's what it looks like on your phone. So you can put whatever text you want on there, emojis. And so what I typically do is if I'm sending a message to someone I've never met, I'll put on there, aloha, Joe. So they see that and they don't think I'm just spamming them with a video that I've sent to a million people. They know that that video is specifically for them. Another big thing you can use it for is throughout the transaction, different phases. You can say like first offer, or description of the purchase contract, home inspection review, all those different phases. You can throw that in there and then talk about it so they know what's coming in that video, and they're not just like, oh, he's just gonna say good morning and tell me about the market and stuff that I don't care about. Roger Konicki, you have a question?
Yeah, so can you use Loom and this like together? So like if you're walking through a house, you could put it like, make it big and do like kitchen, and then you go through and you're doing a video. Do you know if you could use them together?
Because you'd be, unless you have two separate phones or like a camera and your phone,
Okay.
it turns your phone into basically like a digital dry erase board.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the next app we're going to talk about will actually enable you to do that.
Perfect.
Got two more guests joining us. All right. And the next app is Viva Video. So Viva Video is it's actually not free. It's $30, I believe, for a year subscription. At least that's what it was when I bought it. And it's a great, really, I haven't even used like 10% of all the features that are available. You can add sound, delete sound, increase the volume of the sound. They have a bunch of random music you can choose from that won't get cut out. Like, I don't know if you guys realize this, but if you were to pair like a mainstream music or mainstream song onto a video, and then you upload it to like YouTube or Facebook, they'll actually strip that song out of there because you don't have the rights to use that music. But this app has music on there that's free that you can use, and you have the rights to use it. And then it also has all these other little flashy things you can add in. It has like these AI video editing features where you can, if you're showing yourself, it'll make like a glowing hologram thing around you to just make it seem fancy, or just, attention grabber at the first few seconds of the video. And then like Roger was asking about, throughout the video, you can add in little items. So you can see right here in this picture, this little phrase like Rosa on the sun. So that phrase will start right there. And then a few seconds later, it adds in this effect. And then this other sticker pops in. So you can throw in there, here's the kitchen, here's the primary bedroom, here's the guest bedroom. And then at the very end, like, that's all. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, so great video editing software, so you can add in little features like that to just add some pizzazz to your video content. Another cool thing about it is that it'll allow you to switch between like what quality of video you want to send. So a lot of times, like if I'm on the go and I want to get a showing video to a client right away, you can choose a kind of a lower quality video and then upload it directly into Loom. Or if you have BombBomb, which is a paid subscription, but Loom is like a free version of that. And so you can immediately upload it to there from your phone while you're still on the road, and then send that link to your client so they have it right away. I know it's really helpful for me because a lot of times I'm working with clients that are over on the East Coast, so they're 6 hours ahead of me, and they're really hoping to see what the house looks like and maybe make an offer that night. And so if I'm able to get it to them right then and there instead of when I get back home 3 or 4 hours later, it just helps speed up the process. Any questions on this app? All right. So this is going to seem like a really simple one, but it's actually a very powerful tool, the Notes app. So whether you have Apple, and all these apps are applicable to both or Android and Apple and whatever other phones that are out there. So the Notes app is really helpful for me because like big messages that I send to people, it's like really wordy, like, hey, my name is Zoar Morales. I'm a USMC veteran. I live here on Oahu. I've been here for almost 8 years now. I've been in the real estate business for a couple of years, and I love helping people find a piece of paradise. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the process. So all that wordy message, instead of typing that up every single time for every client, you can take the bulk of that, put it in your notes app, and then put a little title of it, whatever is going to help you to remember what that message is about. And then when you every time you come into that situation where you're sending a message to somebody you don't know, or it's a friend of a friend, or whatever it is, it's going to happen over and over again throughout your career. And so you can save time by doing that. Especially when you're starting out and you don't have a CRM. Once you get a CRM, client retention manager or client relationship manager, there's these things called campaigns where it's already a canned message, and let's say it's new client or like somebody that visits your website, they automatically get put on that campaign, and it'll send them a text message saying what you want that new client to see, and then it'll send them an email, and then it'll tell you to call them or to reach out to them in some form. And so it has those different phased things. But for now, while you don't have this stuff to work with, and primarily while you're not licensed, because once you do get licensed and join EXP, you'll have access to KB Core, which is a really solid CRM. But the Notes app is a really good tool to have, and it's on the fly. All you gotta do is copy and paste the message and add a little bit of customization, just the person's name. Any questions on that? All right. Another one that I used at first was this right here, GoDaddy SmartLine app. There's lots of different SmartLine apps that you can use. This one's about $10 a month. The reason I got it was because I'm originally from Arizona. I still have my 520 number for Tucson, and I wanted to have an 808 number so that when I'm reaching out to folks, they don't think I'm some spam number that's not from Hawaii. So I got my 808 number through there. I eventually got an actual phone line with the 808 number, but this is a good way to start, especially for folks that are living in a place where they're not going to live permanently. So if you're getting out, but you want to jump in the business right now and get some on-the-job training, you can definitely do that and use this app to have a local number, so people will answer the phone when you call them or send them text messages. On that. All right. Next is Calendly. So Calendly, a really powerful scheduling tool. So as you can see in this little photo over here on the left, you can make up all different types of events, and you can say which times are available for those events. So just using like photography as an example, if you have like sunrise photo shoot, sunrise is only during the first part of the day, so why would you have your whole day available for that? So then you just block off the sunrise window for those events. So when someone clicks on that, it'll say, okay, this person is available 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. And then they pick one of those days. It'll automatically go to your calendar if you have your Google Calendar set up. And then it'll like send you an email message that they've set up that appointment. And it's just really great tool that you can use. So you can put a link for it, like on your Facebook or on your, once you have an agent website, and then people can just go in there and request a time to meet with you and talk about the topic that you want to talk about. So you can put like buyer's consultation, seller's consultation, moving to wherever. So like moving to Hawaii questions, like because a lot of people have questions about bringing pets over, bringing cars, all that stuff. So whatever is unique about your area, you can, make a little custom thing for that. And so you can have and use that to drop in, Facebook comments or whatever to get into conversation with leads. Any questions on Calendly? There's a free version. It's very limited in the features that are available in the free version, but it's a good place to start, especially right now while you're just learning and not licensed yet. All right, next one that I like to talk about a lot is Canva. It can do video, photos, social media posts. If you want to make stickers, business cards, pretty much anything with visual media on it, it can make. And they also have recently added in where you can order stuff directly from the website. So if you make a sticker design in the software, it'll have an option when it says like share. You click on that and it'll say, do you want to print this item? And it tells you right there the pricing and quantity, etc. And then it also has a bunch of pre-made templates. So instead of going into PowerPoint or Presenter or whatever software you use and making this stuff from scratch, you can just go in there and search buyer's consultation. A lot of that stuff is already available in EXP Enterprise website. But if you have some other random thing like information guide for moving to Nashville, Tennessee, you can search information guide and then it'll bring up a template or multiple templates. You search through there, pick the one that looks most like your style or whatever you think is most appealing to your audience, and then customize it, add in your own features. It's a really powerful tool to use for making content. And similar to Viva Video, you can also use it to add in little features on a video and then save it and customize the pixels, the quality of the video, all that stuff. Any questions on Canva? So Canva also has a free version and they also have a paid version. The paid version is about $120 a year, I believe. But yeah, great tool to use even with the free features that are available. Next is QuickBooks. I use QuickBooks because it's really easy to track all your spending and then assign which items are business related, which items are not. It also has a feature to track your mileage. So instead of keeping like a paper log, November 3rd, drove 10 miles to show client properties, you have a digital tracker right here, and if you set up the features correctly, it'll automatically track every time you're driving without you doing anything. You just have to have the app open. Because one thing I noticed recently is if you don't open it every now and then, you're at least on Apple, I don't know if the other phones do it, but apps that you don't use very often, it'll move it to the cloud. And so the icon will still be there on your screen, but it won't be being used. But QuickBooks will work in the background. You don't even have to open it or anything, as long as you open it up every now and then. So that's QuickBooks. And then whoever does your taxes, or if you do your taxes yourself, you'll be able to share like a password for other people to go in there and look at your information if you're having it done by somebody else. And the last one, Zoom. There's also Google Meets. I like Zoom better. I've been on Google Meets calls where it's kind of choppy, and I very rarely do experience that with Zoom. There's a free version, but you're usually limited to 30 minutes for that meeting. And I think you can only have a certain number of people in the Zoom meeting in the free version as well. So if you're doing a buyer's class and you have more than, I think, like 5 or 6 people, it'll limit it to that number. But yeah, really powerful tool. And I recommend just setting up a meeting with yourself and just clicking on all the buttons, learn the features so that you can, when you have a meeting with the client, you can explain to them how to use it, so that when they hop on and they're on mute, you can that they may not be able to hear you as well. So you go to the chat box, send them a message there, or you send them a text message, whatever. And then other features, like if you're doing something like this with a big group, you can explain to people how to raise their hand. So you go to reactions, and you'll also understand that if you make the bar smaller, that some of the buttons will disappear. And then there's a button at the end that says more. So you click more, and then there's all the different options for settings and whatnot. And then you can also explain to them how to open up the chat box, all the different features on there. You can, and now they recently added apps where kind of like Viva Video and Canva, you can add stuff into your video but live. So you can I'll pull one up right here real quick. So you can add little emojis or your name, whatever you want to do. And it'll pop up on the screen. Any questions on Zoom? Any questions at all? Roger?
Okay, this might be a dumb question, but something I'm trying to not get confused, okay? So do you own your own like realty business and it's brokered by eXp Realty? Or is it one and the same? Because I'm trying to go through my exam, they're asking like questions and they're going through like LLC, S corp, and that kind of thing. And so I'm trying to understand, like, when I become a real estate agent, is it gonna be Rogers Realty brokered by eXp Realty? Or is it gonna be eXp Realty with Roger as a sales associate?
That's a great question. And that's something I didn't fully understand for a while at first. Because people would be asking me like, oh, who's your broker, or what brokerage are you with? Or like where are you hanging your license? All those different things that it was like, they're speaking a different language to me. So with EXP, it's a really neat setup because it allows you to kind of have your own branding. So for my team here, it's Aloha Military Homes team. And then
Okay.
you'll add on brokered by EXP, or you have to have the logo with that. So that's like for marketing and stuff. But
Right.
so you can make the name for your team, or it doesn't have to be your first and last name, but it can if you want it to be. And then you can kind of market that instead of just being another agent from EXP Realty.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Right. So that makes sense. So am I, because like I have an LLC set up. So like once I am a real estate agent and I'm doing my thing as a real estate agent, like, is that going to be my thing, or do I have to then talk about if I'm on a team, whether we're doing a proprietorship or a partnership, like are these discussions that need to be had, or is it just something that the license is covering just in case I decide to do something else?
So the LLC that you have, you just created it, or is it for something you're already doing
Oh,
business?
I've had an LLC for years. I do some stuff on Etsy, and I have a car service over here in Florida.
So what you could use that LLC for is to create an S corp.
Okay.
That will allow you to have better tax
Yes.
benefits, because you can give yourself, so the commissions will go to you, and then you can transfer that money to your LLC, and then you can give yourself a W-2 paycheck from that. And then so when tax time comes around and they're like, hey, you made $200,000 this year, and then you're like, nope, actually my S corp made $200,000 and I paid myself $50,000, so I'm in
You
this
pay
low.
taxes on 50.
And then your S
Okay.
corp
Yeah.
taxed as well, but businesses get taxed differently than people.
Yes. Yes, they do. Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure, like because I already have one established, like this will work where I put, Rogers Realty Holdings or whatever under that LLC along with my other two businesses, and it will pay the same way through a W-2 and all that stuff versus trying to create a partnership or corporation with 10 other people, and then it could get messy when people don't want to do their part, or like I put 60% in on the for total, and then they only put 20, and then we got to do all this weird math. Like for me, it's super easy. I'm like, cool, the business made this much, paid myself this much, tax business, tax me, we're done.
Mhm.
But when you start getting in corporations, like, or a partnership, and you only went 20% and I went 80%, now we got to tax ourselves and we got to hire a CPA, and it gets really weird really fast. So I just want to make sure I can still do the same thing I'm doing. So if I want to do it just me, myself, I can, or if I want to go into a partnership with someone else I trust, I can also go that way with it too.
Yeah. So yeah, EXP kind of makes it possible for you to basically kind of act like a broker for your own brokerage, but without all the hassle of all that stuff. So you can have your team, which is there's a lot of teams that are like the size of or bigger than some of the like local brokerages out here. And so they're able to take off some of that legal burden by being under EXP, and kind of operate as a brokerage. And a lot of them, the team leaders aren't even brokers. They're just agents that have been in the business for a while.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, what other questions are there?
Hey,
Anything?
good morning or good afternoon, Zoa and everybody else. It's not a question or anything. I just wanted to let you guys know that today is my last official day in the program, because I mean, as far as this meeting is concerned, today's my last meeting with you guys. Yeah, because I am graduating on Friday. Friday is my closeout with the Navy. Friday is my closeout with SkillBridge, right? So I'll be finishing with SkillBridge on Friday and finishing with the Navy after 24 and a half years of service. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready for the next chapter. I know some of us get scared sometimes. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? But I think there is life outside of the Navy. You know, it's beautiful already. Every day I'm excited to wake up and to go out. I'm driving, I'm excited. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So for some of you out there that are a little bit scared, seriously, there is life outside the military. Just make sure you do what you do, listen to the videos, listen to the trainings, and get your knowledge, get your business together. I think life will be fine. I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Zoa Morales. I appreciate you, all the guidance you've been giving me all these years. So I really appreciate all this time, not years. So I appreciate you so much. Yeah. So, but still, I'm quite sure I can still pop in every now and then to see how you guys are doing, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay.
If you ever want to share your experiences as a budding realtor, you're more than welcome to jump in here and share your words of wisdom.
Yeah, well, so far so good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Since I'm getting paid still in the military, right? I'm a senior chief. My paycheck is over $11,000 a month. I just, from January to now, I got a pay raise of like $1,200 a month. My pay raise went up because we have all the BAH went up, the base pay went up, and the BAS went up. So my pay went up. I'm making over 11 grand. I did not see any need for me to be flying all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I just used all these 6 months to learn about the SkillBridge program. And also I got my, how do you call it? Should I say license for Uber? So I've been driving Uber. I bought me a nice Lexus, you know, just to get my mind free and understand my neighborhood, my cities, my states well. I've been driving through like maybe 15, 20 different cities that I've never been before. And I've been meeting people as well. So the Uber is a good way too. And also it gives you a sense of knowing that there's another way of making money too. Once I retire, I know my paycheck is going down. I'm gonna definitely get my retirement check, could be like 3,700. And also my VA, hopefully if I get 100%, that could be like 4,300. So I'm gonna get some money. Well, my paycheck would take a hit, but the Uber gives me that sense that, oh, there's another way of making money. So I've been driving Uber on when I feel like, maybe once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Recently, like last week, Friday, I made $450 in one day. One day, yesterday, I drove for like 5 hours. I made like almost $200. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in Uber. So if you're scared, if the real estate is not going as fast as you expect it to go, I would say if you have a car, you have a license, you're not scared of having people in your car, I don't think there's anything to be scared of. I mean, since I've been driving, I've been picking up females, males, African Americans, Caucasians, Hispanic, whatever, all kinds of people, young, old, whatever. I've never felt scared. It's okay, you can do it. It gives you that sense of comfort to know that, hey, there is a way of making extra cash. I think it brings down our anxiety, because when you're about to retire or separate from the military, we all get scared, especially if you did not do 20 years. You did only 4 years, you're only getting maybe disability. you are scared, you have a big anxiety. But if you have that or some other form of making money, it's helpful. Like for me now, I mean, it's only if I don't want it. If right now, as soon as we're done with this, if I say, hey, I'm gonna go get $200, I will get it. Definitely. As soon as I turn on the app, I press the button, go, boom, someone pops up. $12. Go pick up Tom from here and drop him over there. As soon as I'm dropping it up, boom, $20. Pick up James from here and drop him over there. $60. A few days ago, $60 from Menifee to San Diego. I dropped 2 ladies to the airport. $60. So there is money. So if I want it, I go get it. If I don't want it, I don't get it. But so I've been slowing down on the real estate piece again, because it's not like I need the money. The money is flowing right now. But come Friday, Uncle Sam is gonna stamp that flow. They're gonna stamp it and my paycheck is going down. Then that's when I'm gonna start being like, oh shit, you know, reality hits, my paycheck is down. I need to really press 100, miles per hour with the real estate because, I need to fill that gap. Plus I have the Uber as well. So I think it's gonna be fine for everybody. Then the GI Bill too, that's another resource, right? So if things get shaky, I just spoke with a retired Master Chief. He said he's doing the GI Bill in August of this year in San Diego. The E5 BAH, $3,700 a month. Almost $4,000 bucks. That's what you get for 1 month for the GI Bill for BAH.
5,000.
Wow. You see, so there are a bunch of other ways to alleviate our anxiety because there are anxiety out there. But if you know that, hey, if things get tough, I will do A or B or C or D, it calms you down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but again, you guys have my information. If you guys you want to know more about the Uber thing, please give me a call. And it's Uber and Lyft as well. So I have the 2 apps, so I turn both of them together on. As soon as I start, I turn them on. So the first one that bites, I turn the other one off because you can't have both of them at the same time. Because if I'm going to San Diego with Uber and Lyft doesn't know that, Lyft would send me a customer and say, hey, we need you to go over there. Then I'm like, I can't do it because I'm busy for the next 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can get both apps and both of them pays you good money. Like I said, I've made $450 in 1 single day, So there is a lot of money to be made over there. And I'm just chilling. I'm just having fun right now. I'm just relaxing. Next month, I'm gonna pick up the pace with the real estate, the Uber and the Lyft, and find some other means of making money. Yeah, that's all I have to share for now. Yeah.
I really appreciate you sharing that, and I really appreciate having you in the program. Always have some good contributions to the conversations. So we're definitely going to miss having you. So definitely feel free to pop in from time to time. But yeah, that's some great words of wisdom. And it's kind of like you have to decide what works best for you. So I was in the same position, had a little bit of fear about making it out here in Hawaii. And so I ended up signing up to do school. Kind of regretting it now because business is pretty good with real estate. So it's taking up a good chunk of my time. And I kind of just want to just finish using up my GI Bill and collect the rest of the BAH and move on from there rather than having a few months left on my entitlement. But yeah, there's lots of options out there, but you got to decide, am I going to go 100% into real estate, burn the ships and just get after it, make this thing work? Or am I going to, let fear get to me? And it's not like you're a bad person if you let fear, force you into pursuing other options to have peace of mind, because you maybe have a family, maybe you have some debt you need to take care of. And so that's perfectly fine to, have those side hustles to give you peace of mind that you're not going to go have to file for bankruptcy or anything like that. But Carrie, did you have anything you want to share? I noticed you said it was your last day as well.
Nothing to share. I did have a question as far as access to everything, because my timeline is a little wonky. I won't be able to get my license until like July, August. So what will I still have access to as far as like the GTU program and everything like that?
So as long as you partner with us at EXP, then you'll still have access to everything. It'll be really no different. You just won't have to check in and out on Slack and everything. You'll be a fully grown adult after that.
All grown up. Okay. So until then, though, like so essentially this is my last meeting. Sunday will be like my last day. After that, then I don't have access to anything until I actually sign with the group.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I understand that, so I'm not having like some random expectation just because I didn't know. But no, thank you for everything. It's been very insightful, a little challenging at times, but it's good stuff. So
Yeah.
Once I get there.
You'll be there before you know it, and then you'll be 2 years into the business like me. Next month is 2 years.
Really? Okay. Well, congratulations on that.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, everyone. And thank you. Congratulations to Carrie and Abdul.
Yes.
I'll
thank
stick
you.
around for a couple more minutes if there are any questions, but everyone have a wonderful day. Aloha.